Hey there, Paul DeLaury here. I'm trying a new morning routine, by the way. So I always come and give my dog some exercise in the morning. And while I'm doing it, I thought I would kind of multitask. So I wanted to talk about something today that I'm going to have to explain. It's two things about me that may seem unrelated at first, and I want to explain how they're actually related. So first of all, you may know this from some of my other videos or something. I'm a lawyer, and in 2009 I inherited $14 million from my biological father, who I had not met until 6 weeks prior to that. Long backstory to that. His existence was kept a secret from me for most of my life, and so on. And anyway, I inherited $14 million. I proceeded to blow most of it within a few years because, well, I had never learned how to manage that much money, and there's actually a deeper thing to it, and I'll talk about that in just a second. The other thing about me, and this is a little bit private. Here, hold on. Okay, let me entertain my dog. The other thing is that my wife is moving out tomorrow, and I'm a little bit emotionally raw about it, but I'm strangely okay, and let me explain why. Now the two things are actually connected. So I realize that, even though I have an affection for my wife, and I'm sure I always will, I don't need another person to give me love, security, and self-esteem. This is going to sound a little bit woo-woo coming from a lawyer, but stick with me if you would, okay? Because it's actually tied in with some pretty important stuff. So love, security, and self-esteem. Love is, I mean, and this is going to sound kind of religious or spiritual, and I suppose it is, but I know that I am loved, and I don't need another person to give me that. I have security. I mean, I'm not currently being attacked, or, I have food. If you look at my stomach, I have plenty of food, too much probably. Self-esteem, that has to come from inside. And the connection with me getting $14 million and losing it is that in 2009, I didn't know those things. I was actually using the money to kind of replace love, security, and self-esteem. I was using it to make myself feel good, make myself, I felt like the big man with millions of dollars in the bank, and, able to buy fancy things. And obviously I had security, or I felt the security from, all the money. Well, actually, that's actually not true. I didn't feel secure. With more money, I actually felt less secure because I didn't know who to trust. And I realized pretty quickly that there are a lot of people out there just wanting to get to me or have me hire them because, I could afford to pay $5,000 a month for a CFO, a CPA who, claimed to provide CFO services, and so on. I could keep going. And, well, the love part, I didn't love myself. And so I was needy. I felt this need to get. And I made the mistakes because I had that sense of need. And it was it's a funny thing. It's a funny thing. If I could go back and tell myself one thing, go back to 2009 when I got that money, and just tell myself one thing, it's that if I if you have a sense, I'm talking to myself now, if you have a sense of urgency, if you feel a need to do something right away, a need to do something with the money, um, you need to chill out. You need to get your act together, because that's the kind of thing, that's actually what leads to what's called sudden wealth syndrome and making bad decisions. And you have love, you are love, you have security. I mean, again, unless you're actually being attacked right now or you're like starving, you have security, and the self-esteem is not going to come from the money. It's going to come, it has to come from inside. So that's what I would want to tell myself. And if you relate to any of this stuff, please reach out to someone. You're welcome to talk to me, but I'm I'm not trying to sell my services here or whatever. I'm trying to just give information because, well, frankly, this information, I couldn't find it when I was going through this, going through the experience. And so, yeah, I'm hopefully this reaches someone who it can help. So that's going to be it for today. And I hope to do this as a habit. So I'm planning to do this tomorrow. Okay, take care.